Hello, everyone, and welcome to WrestleDraft. I am Oled, and I am joined by my tag team partner, the one and only, the man with the pocketbook this time, Chris Perish. Perish, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. Have our technical difficulties resolved themselves yet?
Almost.
Okay. The reason why the stream's a little bit late is because we were trying to figure out technical difficulties because Parish's computer is being temperamental.
It's being an Eric Bischoff, is what it's being.
It, it's always being an Eric Bischoff. But thank you for joining us in the chat. If you're here, go ahead and say hello, ask us some questions while we wait and see if we can get this going the way we need it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to be just trying that invitation thing you have one more time. So
Okay.
just hold
No
on. I'm
worries.
going to have to copy that link and type it in manually.
I can
Yeah.
send it to you in. Wait, hold on. Let me send you the
No,
private.
that's not going to work.
You can't copy and paste it from Slack? From the.
My
No.
Slack on this computer is not working.
What about the private chat on StreamYard? Can you just copy and paste it from there into that
It's
other
on a
computer?
different computer.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah. Um,
For those who haven't, you can take a couple minutes to go ahead and check out my rant on the Ole YouTube channel where I let Billy Corgan know what I thought about Tyrus. Hashtag fuck Tyrus.
yeah.
That was a good one. I will admit that was a fun. It was a fun rant.
See, like, what I don't get is like I'm signed in to it right
Yo.
now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just won't let me get to the game.
Do you need me to try to invite you again?
Um, yeah, but I don't know how I'm gonna get that.
Well, let's see if this
So,
invite the old school way works. Here's the old school invite. Right to Steam. Like I said, if not, we can try to do it the other way where I just play for both of us and you just tell me based on stream what you want me to do.
yeah, the thing is though, like even on this, I should see the invite, and that's what I'm just not getting right
Mm-hmm.
now. And it's a little bit on the oh, might be able to use the web chat on Steam.
Okay.
So if you want to try that, that could work.
Alright, let me try to send you a message that way with the link. Link copied. Link sent.
Now, if this works, that would be awesome.
Well, I at least see you online now, so that's a start.
Yeah,
Sorry, folks. Normally we figure this out beforehand. Unfortunately, it's been a rough one today.
we
We've been trying.
tried.
We've been trying this for 25 minutes.
It just doesn't help when,
Every week it's something new. It's
yeah,
every week. The first week we couldn't get it, but we got it eventually. The second week we were like, all right, we got this. We don't have to worry about it. That had a problem. Ugh. What do you got? Are you in there now?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, landline telephones did always work, and then we had that newfangled technology where we started to do things over wireless, and that was the end of it. But Barry, thank you for joining us. I know it's late for you. Are you excited about all the matches that have been announcing for Impact's next pay per view, or their next thing coming up on in a couple weeks? The Ultimate Insider show that they've got going on, Barry. Tell me what you think about that Impact stuff, because I've been
Yeah,
seeing
let's
some of
just
the
kind of
matches.
shoot the shit for a bit until we can get this going.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Well, like I said, Perish, if you want, I can go ahead and, just get this going for you, and you can tell me what you want on your show. And we can do it that way. Would that work?
Let's just talk to the guys for like, give me a little bit of time. Like, give me about 5 minutes, and then I'll make a decision.
NXT last night was a banger. We had the NXT appearances of Baron Corbin and Mustafa Ali joining NXT for the interim, as both of them are free agents, which is nice because at least the draft still makes sense with those two, because as free agents, they should be able to go to Raw or SmackDown or, in this case, NXT. So we're looking at Baron Corbin in the World Championship picture with Carmelo Hayes, which, by the way, I'm so excited for. I won't be able to pick a winner. I'm just going to sit there and enjoy the match. It's going to be fantastic. Yep, Barry says, I saw a couple of them. Masha and Kelly should be good. Yes, Masha versus Kelly, Killer Kelly in a dog collar match is going to be fun. We have Sabin versus Trey Miguel again. And then we're going to have Josh Alexander versus... not Josh Alexander. Steve Macklin versus the other Motor City Machine Gun. What's his name? Alex Shelley. And then we're going to have the 8-4-1 match, which is 8 competitors are going to have a 4-on-4 match. The winning team is then going to have a fatal 4-way match. And the one person who wins the fatal 4-way match is going to be the number 1 contender at Slammiversary. Which, of course, leave it to Impact to have the most convoluted way to have 8 people have a match to find the number 1 contender. Good job, Impact. You never cease to amaze me when doing stupid shit to do something super simple. Oh, all right, Perish. How's the update?
I think we might be getting progress.
All right. We have the voice, Joshua Joseph, in the chat saying it was a true statement. Like, I love Impact. Impact is great. Don't get me wrong. But Impact always finds convoluted ways to do simple things. Worse than WWE. Remember, this is the company that gave you the reverse ladder match and the reverse battle royal.
I mean,
That's Impact. True. It just can't be normal. Barry's right. It is Impact. Things can't be normal there. I agree. And like I said, some of these things are great because the reverse ladder match, as silly as it is, I love King of the Mountain. I think it's great. I don't think anybody can defend the reverse battle royal. That's just stupid. But it is what it is. And we got what we got. But no, I've been a huge fan of the Impact since the weekly pay-per-views, way back in the day. Darn amazing! What's up? What's up? We are getting ready to play some GM mode as Perish is having a bit of difficulty connecting to the game.
We're definitely attempting, that is for sure.
Yes. And he is so uncooperative with the idea that I just play the game and he tells me what to do.
Well, I mean, I like to play the game.
I understand that. But we have 4 people here watching us as we watch you try to figure out your computer technology.
I'm sure a lot of people enjoy me struggling.
I mean, I'm enjoying you struggling, but I'd rather you be struggling in the game as opposed to with technology.
Well, I mean, if it just, when it says join game, it just lets me join the game. That would be just terrific.
Joshua Joseph does have a question for you. Perish,
What's up?
Did you get maple syrup in the hard drive?
No.
Are you sure?
What's actually ironic is...
if you have maple syrup,
I do. I do.
He has a Canadian maple leaf maple syrup. The fucking hell.
Of
We
course
have
you
Dara
do.
Amazing saying, speaking of Impact, there's a new type of match at Against All Odds. That's what we were just talking about. The silliness of Impact to be doing the 8-4-1 match. Which, again, isn't the worst thing, because I just reviewed a show from PCW Ultra a couple years ago where they did what they called the double shot duels. But that was a bit easier. It was a tag team match of 2 people versus 2 people, and the winning tag team then fought each other. It's a little less convoluted because there's a little less people involved, and one of them isn't Bully Ray, who's in there for no reason whatsoever, other than reasons. Barry saying, I agree, lots of Impact has been
Do you want to
terrible.
send me a new
Sure.
invite?
Barry says, I'll happily defend it as it's fun terrible. I agree, Barry. Don't get me wrong. This is not me sitting here shitting on Impact. I do not feel that way. Dara Amazing says Maple Syrup Baby. And Barry Monkey
Yeah.
says, Against All Odds is the most AEW pay-per-view sounding name there is. It really is. Alright, let's try doing another regular invite to the parish. You have been invited.
See, that's weird. Because it doesn't actually say pending invites now.
Now I'm going to send you the link one. And that should have the join game that you can click on. I promise these technical difficulties should be done in just a few moments.
They should.
Joshua Joseph says, okay, but the draw to Impact is that they're different. I enjoy them in the risks that they take. Without those risks, we wouldn't have seen greats like Kong, Bam Bam, Sabu, Jer. I agree. Like I said, I'm an Impact supporter. I'm an Impact defender. I just think that sometimes they get in their own way where they're like, we need to do something so different when they could just do something sometimes similar. Sometimes they go a little too far out of the box. But don't get me wrong. Impact is, as I call it, the wrestling company that won't die. They're the little tank, in that story. The engine that could. It just keeps going and going and going up the hill. It always makes it. Impact is that wrestling company. Impact has been going on 20 years. We can't blame them. I agree. Impact has been around now longer than WCW technically was around. So.
Which is quite amazing when you think about it.
It really is. It really is amazing. But like I said, I am not going to sit here and trash Impact. I am a very big fan of Impact. I often co-host the Making an Impact stream with Ashford Pizarro. So, by all means, I am not sitting here trashing Impact for no reason or with any malice in my heart. I enjoy watching Impact, and there are amazing, talented people who are there. And right now, some really smart people running that company, making some smart decisions with some people that they've brought in. Alright, Perish. I think we should just move along, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I was gonna actually delete my Steam and then re-download it.
I think we can do that. We can try that for maybe another time. Maybe later on this week we can do a test run to see if it works.
I don't know. There's just nothing. I don't know why. Like, it just, as soon as that link, like, I go in, it just gives me a dead page.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
Barry says Impact has a half-life longer than uranium. It will never die. That is probably very true. Alright, Perish. So here we are on your main screen.
Hold on.
Oh. Alright, well, while you're doing that, Joshua Joseph says, check out In Your House this week. We have an interview with an Impact legend. Who? Tune in on Friday to find out. And you can find that... Joshua, where can we find that? Is that another podcast? Is that another Spotify podcast like your show? Or is that something we can find on the YouTubes or the Twitch or whatnot? Go ahead and let us know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go full screen on this.
So, Triple H, you've told Shawn Michaels that in the next 3 weeks he's going to partner with Eddie Guerrero in a tag team match. You got a couple contracts expiring, but no other notifications that you need to worry about. Triple H would like you to rest your female tag team champions this week, and if you do, he will give you Coast to Coast, which is a GM interference book show. That book this show will provide an additional +2 show bonus and be free.
Which is AKA the one thing I don't care about.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, go to social logistics.
I've given you the tops in all 3.
Yeah, cool. Now go to power cards.
Let's go to power cards.
I want Best Friends Forever.
Okay. Purchased.
Sure. I don't even know what that. Now
So,
go to
Best
that.
Friends. Yeah, Best Friends Forever is whoever you played against. Select an opposing brand. Reduce 2 of their rivalries by 1 level. Those will be selected randomly, and it cannot drop below level 1, and it cannot be used the week before a premium live event.
All right. Now what's the Legend Whisperer again?
You get a free legend.
Okay. Now go to Manage Roster.
Yes, sir. Sign
No.
legends.
Scott Steiner. That'd be funny.
You
Now, is it a permanent free legend?
No, this will be you'll so basically they'll be free for however long their thing says. So if like Boogeyman is 10 weeks, you'll pay
okay.
$0 and get Boogeyman for 10 weeks.
Okay. Okay, go. Yeah, let's go down first.
Want to get Bad Bunny?
No. Keep going down.
This is as far as it goes with her.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hold off on that, I guess. But go to Sign for Agents. Yeah.
So you got Mustafa Ali.
Why does Shelton Benjamin look weird?
He has the most odd post in the game where he's
Right?
pumping up a storm.
Okay, there's nobody there I want to grab. Yep, so don't worry about that. Let's go to my book show.
I just want to see if you manage roster. So you've got a few rivalries in here. You got a level 1 rivalry with Rollins and Michaels, level 4 with Edge and Gunther, a level 2 with Perez and Carmella. Your women's tag team feud is at level 4.
Yeah.
Dexter Lumis and Doink the Clown's at level 2. JD McDonough and Matt Riddle are at level 3. Raquel Rodriguez and Ella Rubao are at level 1 in their own personal rivalry. And that is it for your rivalry. So, book show.
Actually, maybe. Yeah, let's go back to Manage Roster for a second.
Okay.
Let's go back to Sign Free Agent.
Yeah.
Who is a good top heel?
For the men or the women?
For the men.
Your top heels for the men would be either a Giant and Veer Mahan for 51 popularity, or Julius Creed is a bruiser. He's a permanent for 151,000.
There's also Karrion Kross, who's a bruiser.
Yeah. He's about 5 less on the popularity, and he's only for 5 weeks at 31,000. You also have T-Bar and Giovanna Vinci for other options.
Let's sign Karrion Kross.
Sign Karrion Kross, you are, sir?
Yeah.
Alright,
And
sign talent.
And then let's go to the book show.
Yeah, so in our opening
And
match.
then, no. Go to the opening promo.
Okay.
And then I would like to have Karrion Kross call out Eddie Guerrero.
Okay, Karrion Kross. There you are. Senor Guerrero, you are here. Okay.
And then my singles or opening match, I'm going to have Eddie and Sean in a tag match.
Okay. Any stipulation on that?
No.
Okay. Eddie, Sean versus.
Now, I believe Seth is on the other side, so let's go Seth. And
Okay.
let's put Brock in there.
Okay.
And then let's just make that a match.
Okay.
Second match, I'm going to go with another match between Doink and Dexter.
Would you like any stipulation on this, good sir?
No, because they're at a level 2, so let's just
Yep.
keep that going.
Okay.
For number 3, I believe my tag champs are Rhea and
Ella
Raquel.
Raval.
No.
No, Raquel, yes. Against.
Yeah, they won the titles back.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do for let's make that as singles.
Okay.
And let's put Perez and Carmella.
Championship on the line.
Actually, let's make that the main event. So yeah, let's just make the match.
Do you want a title match?
Yeah. Let's go match rules though.
Yep.
On it, and let's give them.
Somebody has the tables as a specialty.
Let's just do that.
Okay.
So that'll be my main.
Okay.
And then for that one, let's go with let's go with another tag.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with The Rock and Edge versus Gunther and actually let's put McDonough in there. Gunther and McDonough.
Oh, Gunther and McDonough. Okay.
And let's take out The Rock and put Riddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to crown tag team champions in this match?
No.
All right. Just so you know, Gunther is at a 22 stamina, and Edge is at a 37.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Just making sure.
So then in that one, let's go with. Yep. Click that.
Yep.
Let's go to the. I believe it's. No. Keep going. Advertisement. Yeah, that's one that brings in fans, or is it charity that brings in fans?
Charity is fans.
Okay, let's do that one, and let's put The Rock in there.
Okay.
And let's go for another charity. And let's put.
Rhea's got a 4. Bianca's got a 4.
Let's put Randy Orton in there.
Randy Orton. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's go all the way to my power cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's just go down for a sec.
Yep. Just going across them quickly to see if anything catches your eye.
No, I was just seeing if I had anything. Let's go and just grab that health spa.
Okay.
And then let's make this. And what's that training one again? Like, what is that?
So you can take one of your enhancement superstars, and
Which
they'll become a permanent part of your roster.
Yeah, nobody's considered enhancement, so that's fine. Let's just go make that show.
All right. Do you want to check any of your seasonal challenges?
No.
Okay. All right. Your show is confirmed, good sir.
Cool.
All right. Elton Prince, my contract is up at the end of the week. Yeah, that's unfortunate, buddy. $36,000. Would you take 25? Not what I'm looking for. All right, you stay though. There we go. Andre, my contract is up at the end of the week. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You are going somewhere, and that's right to the unemployment line. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Kofi is appreciative of his world championship match and new world champion. Alright, I told Ricochet that he'd partner with Kevin Owens in the next 3 weeks, so that sounds like that's something that's happening this week. Alright, so let's go to my mid card and make a tag match between Ricochet and Kevin Owens. Against Bruiser and Cruiser, so Giant. How much does Ricochet like me? How much is Ricochet? He's okay. Alright, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make Ricochet happy. We are going to instead, in our main event, have a submissions match between Ricochet and Andre. In our opening match, we're going to have a submission match between... Oh wait, no, I have Elton Prince for a while. I don't have to make that a submission match. I will still put that as a normal match. Alright, what do I got for tag teams here? I've got the Usos, the Day Ones, and they are going to take on Cody Rhodes and Aiden Buck for the World Tag Team Championships. How's the chat looking, Perish? Anything going on in there?
The chat is so far good. We got coming in on Joshua Joseph is just plugging his stuff. Barry Monkey and Impact Legend Curryman, he's wondering. And then Joshua Joseph. It's a possibility, but no. So, I mean, nothing different. But I do think, like, if you guys want to ask us anything, shoot the breeze a little bit. Just let us know what you'd like us to do. Maybe you have any requests on some of the stuff. You're seeing our roster.
Yeah. We got to get Tiffany Stratton into something, so Tiffany's going to do what Tiffany does best and talk about Tiffany. And unlike Perish, I don't have $60 million to my name, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a promo. And Becky Lynch is going to go ahead and, with her 3 stamina, and she's going to go ahead and cut me an advertising promo. Because I needs the money. Speaking of the money, I can really not afford to spend anything there. That's fine.
See, I was going to throw double cost on you, but I was being a nice guy.
You can throw a double cost on me if you so choose.
I know I could. I know I can.
I can survive a double cost. I shall be fine.
I mean, the last time any of us were in financial trouble, we got a little bit of a payday, so...
You definitely did get bailed out by Triple H because he was worried that, you know, you'd never
Where's Joshua Joseph coming in? I like the show, you guys. Your first time watching it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good, relaxed show.
Yeah.
It's not really the most informative thing. We're just playing a video game. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, we're just hanging out. We're enjoying the company of everyone. So... yeah, shoot the breeze as much as you want. Let's get to just have fun with each other. That's pretty much the point of this. It's just to kind of relax.
Yeah.
In the midweek of everyone's work week, we're just trying to relax a little bit.
All right. And
Now, I'm gonna ask you, could you send me an invite again? I'm curious on something.
Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Cancel that. Invite a friend, Mr. Perish. You have been invited, good sir.
Okay. Now. Hold on. No, there's no, what is it? Did you send that through the chat?
No, I did the normal invite. Did you want a link?
Yeah, and if you can, do that.
Okay. There you are, good sir. The link has been sent. I'm going to shut that for a minute as we go ahead and continue with the matches. Is that alright?
Yep.
Alright, so on my show we have Kofi Kingston versus Elton Prince for the NXT Championship. And Kofi Kingston retains. An amazing 4-star match which increases the rivalry to a level 2.
Well, we do want to send our condolences to you, Joshua, with that. So hopefully we can help you just bring a little bit of peace of mind.
For me, who can't see, what was that?
Joshua Joseph saying, just trying to ignore my mind. My stepfather passed away today after 3 years of lung cancer. I was on my way to say goodbye when they told.
I'm so sorry, sir. I have been there. It is a rough time, and yes. Kevin Owens cuts an okay promo, starts a rivalry with Finn Balor. We have a tag team title match between the Usos and Cody Rhodes and Adrian Buck of the Our Local Enhancement Talent. And the Usos are still the tag team champions in a mediocre match, which didn't start a rivalry. Lovely. Tiffany cuts an okay promo, and it doesn't raise her popularity at all, unfortunately. Oh boy. Well, Xia Li, who I stole from Eric Bischoff a couple weeks ago, is taking on the Carolina Reaper. And this feud does not progress, but I got a 3-star match out of it, which is nice. Becky Lynch got me $15,000 for an excellent advertising promo and lost 0 popularity. Good job, Becky. That's the first thing that you've done that I'm proud of you for. She's also my NXT Women's Champion. And we have Andre the Giant versus Ricochet in Andre the Giant's last match on the show, which inevitably, just like with Bad Bunny, means Andre's going to win this submission match, isn't he? Yep. In typical Ed fashion, everybody goes out with a big W and a nice payday. Rivalry is complete. 3.5 stars. Fantastic. Now, I believe you're able to get in here, Perish, so why don't you go ahead and try to take over your show?
I'm not in here.
Oh, it said you were.
Yeah. And then it booted me out. So do you want to maybe send me one more invite just because that was the most progress I've seen today?
Yeah, let's try that again because my screen did say that you started the game.
I was in that kind of that setup, and then all of a sudden just something happened. So I have no idea. And then again, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's meant to be for me right now. But because it just keeps hold on, let me try something here. But as of right now, maybe just simulate what we have.
All right. So, Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero, as promised, versus Seth freaking Rollins and Brock Lesnar in a normal tag team match. Eddie Guerrero and Shawn Michaels get the win in a 3-star match.
Not too bad. I'll take it.
Karrion Kross cuts an excellent promo and starts a new rivalry with Eddie Guerrero.
Perfect.
Doink the Clown versus Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis comes out on top in a 2.5-star match, and the rivalry grows to level 3.
That's what I want.
The Rock cuts a charity promo, and it's excellent, and it gains you 6,000 fans.
Solid. That's what we need right now. We need the people.
We got Matt Riddle and Edge versus Gunther and JD McDonough. Gunther and JD McDonough get the win. Gunther is injured for 2 weeks, but it jumps from a level 0 to a level 2 rivalry.
Good.
And it's a 2-star match. Randy Orton cuts a charity promo. It's only okay. He gets you 3,700 fans.
That's all right. That's almost 10,000. Or that's a good chunk of fans.
It's not almost 10,000 fans, yeah. And then we got Carmella versus Roxanne Perez for the Raw Women's Championship. We simulate the match, and we find out that Carmella is still champion in a great match, 3.5 stars, and it moves to a level 3 rivalry. We have Eric Bischoff doing Eric Bischoff things, including Nikita Lyons and another backstage brawl in the main event as the WCW Women's Champion.
Yeah.
And of course, Nikita Lyons delivers as she always does with a 4-star main event. No rivalry, but yeah. DiBiase versus Elias is up to level 4 for him as well as Chyna versus Maurice is up to level 4. He cut a parody promo and a solo promo. So, yeah, you have Gunther out for 2 weeks, but otherwise no injuries. And all of your matches did rivalries except for the opening tag team match.
Sorry, what was that main event again? Like, how did that do?
Yours, it did 3.5 stars.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Tables match, 3.5 stars.
And what did did anything grow in terms of the rivalry?
Yes, level 3.
Nice.
Everything grew in rivalry except for the opening match.
That's fine. The opening match wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
So,
right, so
I'm okay with this.
All right, so I got 48,000 fans this week, and I got $87,000. Nothing great, nothing fantastic, but slow movement, slow progress to the goal. Raw, on the other hand, got 58,000 fans.
Perfect.
And $67,000 to bring your new total to $548,000.
Cha-ching.
Meanwhile, Eric Bischoff got 55,000 fans, but only made $1,879.
Don't tell me how to do business. No.
Raw got the coast-to-coast power card for completing their commissioner goal.
Yeah, which is weird. I did it. I didn't really care too much if I did it.
Yep. So we have me still in the lead, about 30,000 above Eric Bischoff, and then you are about 100,000 behind Mr. Bischoff and 130,000 behind.
Yeah, let me just see that again. You know what? I am creeping. Back up.
You are creeping. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Ricochet's upset with me. He wanted a tag team match, and I didn't give it to him, but I didn't want to let Andre go without finishing off that rivalry. Major decrease to Ricochet's morale. Uh-oh. Cody Rhodes wants to talk about his value to NXT. Says he's only gotten better since joining and raising his stock. What do you want, Cody? Oh.
Adrenaline. It's in his soul.
He does, but he also wants to infuse that adrenaline with another $50,000 bonus. You know what, Cody? You're important to my brand, and I like having you here. Here's $50,000. Major increase to Cody's morale. So while Ricochet got mad, Cody, on the end, very happy. Triple H wants me to get a TLC match this week, and if I have a TLC match, I'll get a superstar training. So let's look and see what my power cards are. Grab that health spa. Who's out here in free agent land? Noam Dar, Cora Jade, Angel Garza, Omos, Michin, Shotzi, Akira. Yes, by the way, an addition a couple weeks ago with the new patch, that a hidden superstar, Mia Yim, otherwise known as Michin in the game, has been added. So. Alright.
kind of did bail from the chat. Nothing new, but anybody in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what's going on with you. All kinds
Yeah,
of stuff.
what's going on? Josh or Joseph, man, talk to us. Let us know what's going on. Man, let's take that mind away from what's going on. That is what we're here to do. That is our mission statement now, is to bring a little bit of joy and smile back into your day. We definitely appreciate you, my friend. But yeah, let's if you want to even talk some smack about what we're doing, be our guest. If you want to kind of tell us to get someone, if you tell us you want to do a match or stuff like that, let us know. Or even if you want to just get to know what we're doing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, let's interact. Speaking of interact, if you want to interact with us more, go check out these socials as you see scrolling down your screen right now, which we've added our TikTok, which we do have one. So go ahead and check all that stuff out. And also with that being said, also go check out Rogue Energy, our affiliate sponsored there with it, and make sure you're using that promo code OLEPOD, save 10% off your order. They do have a new flavor, strawberry mango, is now out. You can also check to see if the watermelon, Ed's favorite, is in stock once again, or check out our good old friend Melball, see if the blood orange, her favorite, is in stock, and try that out.
Yeah.
And I know you were saying yesterday that I was a fan of the Rocket Pop. I don't hate the Rocket Pop. I do enjoy it. It is not my favorite, though.
Oh, I know.
My favorite is that strawberry kiwi. And you know what? I'm also becoming a fan of the blue raspberry. Blue raspberry almost all around is starting to kind of just do a little good. Do they have Owen Hart in the game? They do not.
AEW's Fight Forever is supposedly going to have Owen Hart as a playable character in their game.
Which blows my mind.
Well, AEW managed to convince them that they're not doing it for a money grab, so...
Yeah, clearly.
Not for a money grab. It's all about the legacy of Owen Hart, who absolutely has legacy in AEW, and not in WWE.
All right, let's. If you can read those to me, because the screen I barely can see.
Shawn Michaels says, "I told you, Guerrero and I really hit it off as a team last week. Thank you for pairing us up. We're looking forward to our next tag team match. Did you hear the crowds last week? And that was our first tag team win. I knew Eddie and I would kill it. You just keep putting us in tag matches, and we'll keep delivering the ratings. Thank you for staying on top of things. Small increase to Shawn Michaels' morale."
Hell, good.
Doink the Clown says, "Hey, what amazing growth we've seen lately from Raw. I like to stay humble when I can, but I have to admit, you've seen some amazing growth out of me as well, right? I appreciate the opportunity I've been given and to do what I do most here on Raw, but sometimes it's not enough, you know? Your options are, I absolutely appreciate what you bring to Raw. You're one of my top stars. I want to offer you a $50,000 bonus. Or, I appreciate you, I do, but despite your popularity, I can't show you such treatment. This is an equal locker room. There are no favorites here."
You know what? Let's give the clown some money. All right? Let's just do it.
All right. We're giving the clown some dough.
I don't need a Pennywise on my roster. I need a Doink the Clown. All right? So
well, it was a major increase to his... He says, "Thank you, Chris," and he yells your name.
Amen. A happy clown stays out of my dreams, so I am okay.
You can get a special promotion for completing your GM goal this week of having at least one submission match. If you do that, your special promotion ensures that you'll retain most of your fans this week.
Oh, perfect.
Is a fantastic power card.
Perfect.
Speaking of power cards, your stock this week is limited stock. Select an opposing brand and double the price of their power cards for next week. Real Steel, which randomly booked steel cage match on your show, will receive a normal then higher rating. Or Backstage Brawler, which is the same thing for a backstage brawl.
Do I have any of those?
You have none of those, good sir.
Let's get the Real Steel.
All right, $50,000. Is that all right?
Yep.
All right. Would you like Backstage Brawler for 50,000 as well?
No. But let's go with that. Let's check out those legends this time.
All right. So let me just pop your logistics in here. I'm just gonna
That would be nice.
autofill the best for you. All right. Manage roster legends. We got Boogeyman, Warrior, Bossman, Shane McMahon, British Bulldog, X-Pac, Undertaker, Randy Savage, Nikki Bella, Beth Phoenix, Goldberg, Kane, Brie Bella, Six, Jerry the King Lawler, Jake the Snake Roberts, Molly Holly, Rob Van Dam, Kevin Nash, and Stacy Keibler.
Okay, let's just
Get
go
the
to
Bella
the free
Twins
agents.
You want to get the Bella Twins?
You know what? I'd rather them not even be in the game. Let's just go to the normal
All right.
free agents here.
Angel, Damian Priest, Noam Dar, Cora Jade, Omos, Michin, Shotzi, Akira Tozawa, Secret Weapon, Akira Tozawa.
How much is both Priest and LA Knight?
Priest is 58,000 for 10 weeks. He is a babyface fighter with a popularity of 53. And LA Knight is a babyface bruiser with a popularity of 52. And he is 10 weeks for $68,000.
You know what? Let's grab some Priest, and then that would be great.
All right. We're off to book show.
Yeah.
What would you like as your opening match?
Let's just stay one-on-one for a second.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you want to complete that commissioner goal and finish off Gunther versus... Oh, no, you can't. Gunther is out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he has a level 4, so that is actually okay.
No.
Because by the time the pay-per-view comes, he'll be fine. He'll be rested. We got Eddie Guerrero and Karrion Kross right there at level 1. I want to put those guys in a submission match to open up my show.
All right, now you know that's going to kill that level 1 rivalry, correct?
It's going to kill it?
Submission matches. The bonus for submission matches is it gains you 1,000 fans automatically, and it resolves any rivalry, granting an additional 1,000 fans per rivalry level.
You know what? Let's throw that in the main event then.
Okay, the level 1 rivalry in the main event as a submission match, correct?
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure. All right.
Let's go with the opener because this is actually going to perhaps change my mind on things. That is what, a level 4?
Which one?
The Seth Rollins?
Level 1.
All right, so let's put Rollins and Michaels in there for the title.
Okay. Anything special?
No, let's just have that as the opener.
All right.
Man, what a freaking opener! I'll just say that. But second match, let's go in there. Let's make a tag match. Actually, let's just make another singles match. I got an idea here.
All right.
Let's put. Actually, no. Let's do a couple tags. I'm gonna make a couple tags here. I'm gonna do Carmella, and Carmella's a heel, so let's go down and let's go Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Does nothing for rivalries. Yep.
Apparently, but let's go with Roxanne Perez and Asuka.
Okay.
Let's see what they do. And as a second one, let's go for a tag. And let's go. Actually, can you go tag team submission match?
No.
What?
You cannot do a submission match in a tag team. So for a tag
And
team,
I can't settle a tag team
other than
feud
at a pay-per-view,
on TV, can I?
Nope. Only on pay-per-view.
Perfect. So let's just do a rematch between Liv and Ella against the champs here.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Tag team titles on the line?
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna move that to my main event.
Now, I just want to let you know, Karrion Kross versus Eddie Guerrero, it is a mismatch of styles. So you're sacrificing a little bit here. But like you said, it's a submission match, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Promos.
Good. And then, yeah, for the first promo, we're going to have Doink Colo Dexter.
That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. For the next one, we're going to go for another charity again. We're going to go The Rock again because he killed it last time.
Yep.
And then we're going to go with a call-out. And we're going to go with Damian Priest and Brock Lesnar.
Those are two baby... Oh, no. Nope. Lesnar's a heel.
I turned him.
Yeah, you turned Lesnar heel.
Yeah.
All right. Are you satisfied, good sir?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to revisit any power cards? We are in week 13 of 25.
Yeah, let's just do that for a second. Yeah. What's the best friends for everyone again?
You reduce two rivalries by one level of an opposing brand that you choose, but the rivalries will be chosen at random to drop one level. If you want to play it in this week,
yeah, I can't do it before PLE, so I have to do it this week if I want to.
Or you can hang on to it.
Let's do that to WCW.
All right, you're gonna do that to WCW. Are you sure you want to do it to WCW?
I sure.
All right, bam. Best friends forever played against Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
Something
I think no, that's good.
All right, just to let you know, your show is going to cost you $111,000, and your budget right now is $390,000.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, just want to make sure I'm updating you because you don't have the access you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be accused of cheating here, not telling you things. So.
No, you're doing me a great service, and I definitely appreciate it.
All right, we got Kofi Kingston versus Elton Prince again. They've been delivering me 4-star matches. I'm hoping for another one in a world title match, and Kofi retains again a level 3 rivalry and an amazing 4-star match. These guys have great matches together.
The voice Joshua Joseph. Also, Ed, I know you're doing me a great favor, but I just have to say, look how many times I'm pronouncing this name.
I know. Hey, I've hit it every time this week. I should be proud. Every time this week, I've done it right.
But, he wants to see British Bulldog and Macho in a steel cage. Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
We got Tiffany Stratton calling out with a good promo Becky Lynch to start her level 1 rivalry. So that's nice. We got Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor for the NXT North American Championship. There is a rivalry of a level 1 here. Kevin Owens wins the match in a 3.5-star match, and it grows to level 2.
I am going to ask if you can send me one more invite and actually put it in the chat.
In which chat? The chat on the game?
Yeah.
Okay. There you are, good sir.
Thank you. We might be in.
You are playing.
We might be in luck here.
Okay. I shall wait a moment.
This. See, it only took me an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it just went back to this.
And it says you are no longer playing.
Yeah, I just went back to this stuff.
All right.
Do that again. Let's try that again because this is actually progress.
And there we go. It says you are playing 2K23. Yeah, I have green bars. I have connection.
Oh, there we go. I can actually see the game now.
This player has no input. You have to turn on your controller. Is your controller connected via a cord to your computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just double check to see that it's actually in. Input is, well, the host is busy. That is what I'm getting. Joshua, oh.
Anything?
Hold on, let me.
There you go.
There we go. I'm finally in, people. Finally in.
That's what she
Joshua Joseph is saying he likes the star ratings on the matches. It seems real to life. It's a good little understanding. It's almost like without watching it, you're getting a good visual of how things work. So, yeah.
Starting in your brand new women's championship tag team feud, Whitney Quaid is teaming with the Queen Charlotte Flair to take on Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Whitney Quaid is a newly acquired our local enhancement talent. Let's see what happens. JC Jane and Gigi Dolan have retained in a 2.5-star match, but it was so good and so intense that the rivalry went up to a level 2 instantly. Cody Rhodes cuts an excellent charity promo to get me 6,000 fans. And then in my TLC main event that I needed to do in order to complete my commissioner goal, I have the Carolina Reaper versus Xia Li. And we're going to simulate this. The Carolina Reaper comes out on top in a 4-star amazing match. Nothing for the rivalry, but a great show for me.
All right. Now, because I finally get to do stuff, which is horrific, we're going to simulate our opening match between Seth freaking Rollins, our current WWE champion. And since he's a champion on Raw, I just want to tell people I predicted this. So we're going to simulate it here. And he retains fighting champion in a great 3.5-star match.
Good. Unfortunately, nothing for the rivalry.
That is okay. I mean, it's different.
Doink the Clown grows to a level 4 feud with Doink the Clown and Dexter Lumis.
Yeah, perfect. This is exactly what I want because I was hoping to put them in a tag match right before the PLE.
There you go.
And then we're going to the mid card here: Bianca Belair and Carmella versus Roxanne and Asuka. More or less, just trying to hope Carmella and Roxanne do something because the other two, I mean,
Carmella and Bianca has started a feud.
Wow, it only took the Raw Women's Champion to help her out.
Yeah.
So we got
2-star mediocre match, but Bianca Belair and Carmella are now feuding with Roxanne Perez and Asuka. The Rock gets you 5,250 fans on a good promo for charity.
I mean, that's solid. Then we got Eddie Guerrero carrying Cross in a submission 1-on-1, completing my commissioner goal, so I can get a raise. Because, I mean,
that special promotion is a hell of a card that I wish I had.
Yeah. It's going to kill the feud. And we got Karrion Kross. What a debut. His debut, by the way.
Yeah.
2. Perfect. I didn't want anything crazy, but I wanted something good out of this. And then we have a new rivalry between Damian Priest. Yeah. But, I mean, that's okay. That is okay because they're going to have a little nice rivalry. It's going to be good. So, yeah. And then we have in our main event, Rhea Ripley against Raquel Rodriguez, our women's tag team champions, going up against Liv Morgan, Ella Rubau, who were former champs. So let's see how this goes. And the champs retain in a great. So my curve is fine.
Yeah.
I retain my curve. My shows are starting to get good now, people.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and simulate Eric Bischoff's show.
Mm.
And so Joshua was talking about the star ratings. You can even, if you wanted to, for those so inclined, there's a button here called Match Report that you can look at. And it tells you why the matches are doing what they're doing. Like, these guys are very popular, so it's doing really good things. They're performing well together, so it's getting a 4-star performance. Their roles match up well, so that's 5 stars. Their classes match up well, so that's 3.5 stars. The title match, so boom, knock that all the way up to 5 stars. The rivalry is only a level 3, so it's only a 2-star rivalry. But things like that. It tells me that Kofi Kingston, in winning here, got more morale, while Elton Prince is now losing some morale. And if you go into something like a tag team match, it can tell you the tag chemistry of everybody. Where here I find out that these people have great tag team chemistry. So yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. So my show got 58,000 new fans for me, and I earned $48,000. Not bad. I'll take it. It's going to keep me on top another week. Karrion Kross is a natural at submission match, Mr. Perish. You got 50,000 fans, so you lose a little ground, but you did get $54,000 to bring your new total budget to $445,000 going in an extra
I do have a lot of high-level rivalries going to a big PLE, and I have money.
No?
This is nice.
Not sure why we went backwards to NXT again, and then, okay. Sorry about that.
Because you hit the back button, I'm going to assume?
I'm going to assume I must have hit the wrong button. 54,000 fans for Eric Bischoff with a nice profit of 79,000. So Bischoff is now right neck and neck with you with money with 438,000 money. So Perish, as promised, gets a special promotion card. You'll retain most of your fans on a week that you choose. I completed my commissioner goal to get a superstar training. So again, I've increased my lead over Eric Bischoff by a bit. I'm still over 30,000 fans ahead of him, and he has increased his lead over you a little bit, so a little over 100,000, almost 110,000.
It was only about 5,000, so it's okay. Yeah. It's like a week.
We are about to enter week 14.
Yeah.
This is the final week of this stream. Next week we'll be having a premium live event show that you can go ahead and watch with us. Triple H says to you, the fans are starting to get a little tired of Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez versus Liv and Ella. After Rivalry has its first match at level 4, you won't get a full bonus from its subsequent matches until you're booking that at a premium live event.
Yeah, I just needed it for the curve, Trips. I just needed it for the curve.
All right.
That's kind of the wrong thing, but I did use the ladies for the curve of the show. Let's just make that note. It's of the show.
Bobby, clip that.
Shawn Michaels back in San Antonio. Can't wait to put a show for my crowd. Oh, of course you will. You're the show stopper. That would just be silly of me not to book Shawn Michaels in San Antonio.
But is it undisputed?
It doesn't need to, because it is what it is, and if you aren't down with it, there's not just 2 words for it.
Watch Raw?
No. I said showstopper. Roxanne Perez, look, Carmella has been handing me nothing but losses. Isn't there someone else on the roster you can match me up against for a change? I mean, yeah, but don't you want to be champ? Like, you're getting matches against the champ here, and you're bitching about that? Roxanne, think about what you're saying here. You know, I can do that. If you don't want to be champ, that is not my thing. So, you know what? Small increase. You know what? You can go back to the line. I guess.
I mean, she probably wants you to finish off that feud. She just doesn't want to lose to Carmella again. I mean, we've talked to you with, when you get on a losing streak and you're not always happy about it. Sometimes you want to just fight somebody else to break that curve. You know what I mean?
Now, my commissioner goal, I get free. I don't care. So we're not going to care too much about that.
Okay.
But we are going to care about power cards. So we're going to grab that one, because that's a biggie.
Yeah. Remember, this is the week before the premium live event, so if you want some of those big power cards to be used, and remember, for special promotion, use it on the week that you want to keep the fans. So if you want to use it on the premium live event, you would use it on the premium live event show. You can hit me with a double cost if you want to. I'd understand. I'm in the lead, man. I'm killing it.
I know. I'm going to hit you with that one, though.
Ooh, my most popular star will not be on my premium live event. That is unfortunate. But again, like I said, kind of saw it coming.
And then let's just see what my legends are at. Then that would piss you off if Andre the Giant's working for me for free.
I mean, you know, it happens. It's not the end of the world.
We got Bastard coming in. He said, if I'm being 100% honest, I had no idea Tyrus still wrestled. If it wasn't for Ed's rant, evening, boys. So there you go. Your rant's actually educational.
I'm an educational source here.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, the Funkasaurus is still wrestling, and on top of that is holding, as I stated in that short, the most prestigious title in all of professional wrestling. And I said there's no argument. I will listen to people argue about why they think another championship may be more historic and more prominent. But I think if I were given a choice to be the champion of any championship title, man, that 10 pounds of gold, it's hard to say no to that. That lineage is, present company excluded, top of the charts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So men's men have held that championship title.
I mean, there's a lot of freaking...
Perish, your favorite wrestler is here. Dana Brooke is sitting there waiting for you to pick her up.
Yeah, but so's Butch. And he's permanent.
So is Dana Brooke.
Yeah, she's permanently brutal. But you know what? To show everyone the realistic part of this game, even Dana Brooke doesn't get booked on shows in the game.
They did say 2K23 was going to be realistic.
So yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. So yeah.
But I mean, for anybody who hasn't seen it, please, go check it out. I during last night's show got a little fired up and had a bit of a rant at Mr. Billy Pumpkins about his words into the New York Post that if you're not a wrestling fan, if you don't understand why Tyrus is good for the business as an NWA World Heavyweight Champion, that you aren't a wrestling fan. So I gave my retort to Mr. Pumpkins about that response.
Yeah. It was actually very entertaining.
It was. I even told Perish to shut the fuck up during part of it.
It was. I was being an asshat.
You were.
I was being an asshat.
And the best part is, I said that to him, and he did not complain. He did not make any movements. He just accepted it and understood.
I mean, I might be an asshat, but I'm a respectful asshat.
No, I agree. But you know what I'm saying? I was on a roll. I was in a mood.
And I know.
You decided to, oh, look, the bear's angry. Let me poke it with a stick. And the bear growled at you. And you as a smart man, I think I'm going to leave that bear alone. Nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine.
It was funny.
It was great.
It just made for great content. And
broke that's the line that completely broke Astrid for the next few minutes.
I know.
She did not recover after hearing me tell Perish to go fuck himself. Or actually, to shut the fuck up, I should say. Oh, we got Karrion Kross in a new feud with Butch, hopefully.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Should that call out promo work?
Maybe let's hope.
Hopefully it won't be Bianca Belair.
Extra MSG. You know what? I'm gonna do I just love it because now the Rock is permanent, so I can do whatever the hell I want with the guy. So this is fantastic. You know what? Let's go. That for now. I did say I was going to do a tag, so I'm going to do a tag here.
There you go.
And then I want to do a little bit of, let's go Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And Doink the Clown, because this is just hilarious.
I can see that partnership working perfectly. I don't see Brock Lesnar turning on Doink the Clown at this earliest opportunity at all.
Oh, look! I can technically use Gunther.
No, next week. 1 week.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, then he shouldn't, like, he honestly shouldn't be highlighted for matches. I mean, you have to admit, that does make sense.
No, they have the little band-aid there that you can't use them for 1 more week.
Let's use Edge to get me some.
Cheritito, all the way to the top.
Yeah, there we go. And then, you know what? Let's just do some more Cheritito.
You might want to do some advertising. You're starting to run low on money, good sir. You're at 27. Your show right now costs 163,000, and you've only got 217 left in the bank, which will leave you with 50 plus whatever you get this week. So you may want to do a little bit of advertising potentially.
Is the Rock still there? Yeah, the Rock.
I'm not sitting here saying you have to. I'm saying it's an option. Don't let me tell you what to do with your show.
No, that's a good call. That's a good call. That's a good call. Let's. I don't. Let's go Roxanne. No. Versus Raquel. Let's go some interference here.
So this is our first time tonight using the run-in option. So if this works out the way Perish is hoping for, this will allow the feud between Roxanne and Carmella to increase even without Carmella being in the match, because she's going to run in during Roxanne's match.
And I still kind of give Roxanne what she wants, a chance to face someone else.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Who is my most popular bruiser anyway?
Go to Manage Roster. And Manage Roster. And that would be Mr. Doink the Clown.
What do I get out of it?
Free special effects.
You know what? That's going to come in handy later. Fine. And it's out of 4, so I don't really care too much. So we'll go with Donna and
Riddle.
Yeah. And there we go. We get Riddle and Lesnar in a match.
There you go.
Cool.
It'll never happen in real life, but it can happen here on WrestleDraft.
It happened in the Rumble.
Sort of. They were in the same match, but not at the same time. So we'll call that a half correct. Half truth.
Whoa. Yeah,
if I were you, I'd save that for the PLE.
I am.
Okay. All right. The match between Dolan and Jane and Flair and Quaid had an emotional intensity between the superstars, which resulted in a 2-level rivalry boost. So this is my explanation that sometimes this happens in tag matches. Elton Prince, you've been seeing the word I can put in, but I can do more for the brand. What would you like to do for me? You want to run a main event? Absolutely. I'll see to that you can do that this week. All right. Well, that means in our opening match, in our main event match, with the title on the line.
In a last man standing?
No, in just a regular match. Because I don't have anything to help it out. But I am going to fix the match to guarantee that Elton Prince wins the championship. Because I want to make sure he's happy, and sometimes you can give the superstar a little nudge.
What's the Superstars GM, by the way?
So the Superstars GM is I can raise a selected superstar's morale. It costs $75,000 to buy, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I am, however, going to immediately use this on Trixie to give Trixie 2 weeks off to make her a permanent member of my roster. And I want to give a health spa to Miss Becky Lynch so that hopefully she'll have enough stamina to perform at the Premium Live event.
Which she might not even be able to, though.
Oh, we'll see. She's only going to take the 1 week at the health spa.
Yeah, but I also played that power card on you.
So, as of right now, that looks like Kofi Kingston will not be appearing at the Premium Live event.
No, it'll be Elton Prince.
Well, Elton Prince will take the championship, so maybe it'll be Xia Li. Which would be unfortunate, actually. But, you know, such is life. Sometimes it just happens. Book all my things. In my opening match, we are going to open with that women's tag match that I had.
Bastard, how are you doing today, man? It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. We're going to open with that tag match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Carolina Reaper and Xia Li are going to go ahead and go in here. And they're going to get a little specialty, too. I'm going to make that a tables match for them. And then I'm going to do a Tag Team Championship for the men. And they're going to go a little crazy. Because they've got some decent staminas. So they're going to go ahead and have an Extreme Rules match. So there we go. Bit of a crazy show. You know what? That's not going to be a tables match because I need that to not overdo this match. Call out. Miss Tiffany Stratton's going to call out Becky Lynch to hopefully increase that rivalry. Charity program from Kevin Owens. While Finn Balor calls out Senor Owens. Hopefully increase that rivalry. Alright, my logistics are booked. I'm getting my optional bonuses. Triple H wants me to have a last man standing match to get a To the Moon card. Ooh.
Let's make your main event a last man standing.
Kofi Kingston has a 25 stamina. That's not a good idea. Alright, ladies. Last woman standing. Go for it. Alright, go out there and kill it, ladies. Alright. Budget's not looking too great, but it'll be alright. Completing some commissioner goals, trying the specialties. Alright, here we go. I am confirmed up. In a steel cage, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line again in the same match we had last week. Whitney Quaid and Charlotte Flair are the new Women's Tag Team Champions. The rivalry grows to a level 4 that I can blow off at the pay-per-view, and it was a 4-star match. That was as good as it could possibly be. Tiffany Stratton grows the rivalry of Becky Lynch by increasing it to a level 2. The Usos versus Cody Rhodes and Adrian Buck. The Usos retain their tag team titles in a 3.5-star match with still no rivalry change.
So we got Bucks and Rhodes.
We got Bucks and Rose. We got Road Bucks. We got Kevin Owens getting me 4,500 fans with a charity promo. My last woman standing match between the Carolina Reaper and Xia Li. The Carolina Reaper wins the match, and it is a 4-star match and grows to a level 3 rivalry, which, if they are both available to me, I can potentially blow off the pay-per-view. Finn Balor grows his rivalry with Kevin Owens to a level 3, which will be allowed to be blown off of the pay-per-view, should they both be available to me. And Kofi Kingston versus Elton Prince. We already know who's going to win the match. Elton Prince is my new NXT Men's Champion. Kofi Kingston is out for 3 weeks, but is a 4.5-star classic, and the rivalry is now level 4. So, Kofi's going to take a few weeks break, heal himself, and then he'll be back to go ahead and blow that off.
The opener, we got Rhea Ripley against Liv Morgan. Then we got Liv Morgan coming out on top. Ooh. Disappointing.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, Liv Morgan, that's what you get sometimes with her.
That's going to throw your curve, buddy.
Brock and JD. Yeah. I got 67.50 in 10. So that's good. I got a run-in, but with on Perez and Raquel. So I got Raquel getting the dub. Carmella and Perez, they go to a level 4, which is good. That's all I wanted. The Rock gets me 12 grand. -4. That's fine. It's The Rock. He'll get it back. And then in a backstage brawl, Shawn Michaels against Seth freaking Rollins and
I have
San
a question.
Antonio.
Before you hit simulate on this.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels said he wanted to appear in front of the crowd in San Antonio. In my mind, this shouldn't count to complete your commissioner goal, because in a backstage brawl, Shawn Michaels would never make it in front of that crowd.
Yeah, but in front of the crowd doesn't have to be in live view. It could be in front of the crowd via TV.
And if you say so.
But we have Shawn Michaels.
4.5-star classic. So somebody's good at backstage brawls.
Yeah. And he wins a title in San Antonio. Come on.
One of those two gentlemen is good at backstage brawls, and
I'm going to assume it's Seth, but we'll see what happens.
So level 4 feud, nothing. Level 3 feud, level 4 feud, but a 3-week injury. Level 3 feud, level 2 feud.
My mid card, my opener, I'd be okay.
No. Nothing.
But it was a backstage brawl that got me some fans too.
And by the way, Carmella and Perez did work in that match with Roxanne there. It did increase it to a level 4 as well. So
yes, I did see that. So.
However, unfortunately, Butch and Karrion Kross did not start a rivalry.
That's okay. Gotta try things out.
Yeah. I gained 59,000 fans in $6,000, unfortunately. Only $6,000. That's not good. Tonight's NXT was amazing, said Dr. Commissioner Mega. But unfortunately, nothing else. Becky Lynch did say, happy to fight you anytime, Tiffany. Only one way it ends. We'll find out what that is. Potentially at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Raw, Damian Priest and Matt Riddle work really well together as a tag team. You gained 45,000 fans and $14,000. apparently Ezekiel is perfect for Iron Man matches.
We didn't see who was good at the backstage brawls because you hit okay quickly.
I did not. I looked. There was nothing there.
So I'm just. So do you want to hit back for a second?
Yeah, of course I can.
Oh.
It doesn't show the show notes again.
But
I did check, and there was nothing. The only thing that mentioned...
Oh, there we go. We got the notes back.
Yeah, so as you can see, Damian Priest and Matt Riddle worked well. But as you can see, there is no note that mentions who might have been good at a backstage brawl. They might just had a great backstage brawl then. I thought it meant that somebody had to be good at them, but it appears not to be the case.
Yep.
I did check. I didn't try to cheat you out of any information.
No, I just wasn't sure.
NXT has hit revenue tier number 1. I've earned $2 million in my lifetime. So
Okay.
I have a these are the Hall of Fame trophies. I've also completed 5 challenges this season. So I have now achieved a season legend. So I have 2. I completed my commissioner goal, and I have a To the Moon power card.
Yeah.
I also completed Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which got me a contract negotiation 2 power card, which adds 4 weeks to a free agent or Legends contract. You, however, did get a free special effects booking.
Yeah.
And here we go. So I am in the lead with the Hall of Fame trophies with 2. Bischoff has none. Perish has none. I also have 1915 on fans, so I'm above Bischoff by about 40,000 at this point. But I'm trailing behind him in money, whereas he has 507,000. I only have 255. And then Perish, you're gaining ground on Mr. Bischoff. You're 113,000 away from Mr. Bischoff. However, you're now back down to reality with your budget of 231,000. You have squandered that massive wad the Triple H handed you.
I didn't squander it because I did get some people on my roster, though.
You did.
Yeah.
It is mostly all gone.
And I'm going to get a Carmelo Hayes and a Gunther back. That's pretty quick.
Yeah. So I have had a veto star played against me, and it does land on Kofi Kingston, who's injured, which means it does nothing.
Which is funny because
It's perfect.
it makes 0 sense.
Yeah. We're just going to go through my emails, and then we're going to wrap up the show in just a moment. Alba Fire says that her contract is up at the end of the week. That's unfortunate. I haven't been using you. I am going to ask her if not. She wants $69,000.
Nice.
Nice. I'm, however, going to offer her $48,000. She doesn't like being lowballed, but she'll take it. Yokozuna says his contract is up as well.
I forgot you had him.
I did too. He wants $100,000. I'm going to thank him for his time and let him go. This week will be his final week on NXT. Great. Something's come up, and I can't have Kofi Kingston taking part in the show. That's all right, Trips. Oh, Natalia, back in Canada. She wants to put on a crowd for... Sure. Oh.
SummerSlam's in Calgary, apparently.
Oh. Natalia, I might have some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Uh-oh. And in real bad news, Ricochet's upset. Things aren't working out at NXT. I'm ready to tear up my contract and move on. No, Ricochet. I'm sure we can work things out. I mean, I know I didn't give you the tag match, but... No, I'm not giving you $100,000 to stay. No, I don't think so, Ricochet. I'm sorry. Oh, Ricochet's gone. Alright, well, Braun Strowman got mad and left, and now Braun Strowman's former tag team partner Ricochet did the same thing. But I now have $270,000 in cash, which means I essentially got Alba Fire for the next couple weeks for free, at the cost of Ricochet. We'll be doing SummerSlam this upcoming week. Just looking to see all the fun stuff going on. As we can see here...
Who's available for the Legends?
We are going to have Bruno Sammartino, Rikishi, Andre the Giant, Lita, Booker T, Macho Man, Nikki Bella, Bret the Hitman Hart, the British Bulldog, Shane McMahon, Batista, Goldberg, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Six, Roddy Piper, Kevin Nash, Cactus Jack, fuck Rick Steiner, Stacy Keibler, and Jerry the King Lawler. Perish, you can redo Goldberg versus Bret Hart and see if you can do it without Bret Hart being almost permanently paralyzed.
I mean, I could also do Goldberg and Lesnar.
You could.
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and back out of that. And I'm going to back out of that. And come back here. To the show. Where everybody is at. We're going to go ahead and make this a little bit better for the two of us so we can see each other here. Perish, do you want to go ahead and plug all the wonderful places that you can find our local establishment stuff going on this week?
I mean, as you're seeing all the ticker below there, I mean, obviously, we do have a video. We might as well just play the video and show everybody
Let's play the video.
What
Do the
they
video.
can see.
Hit the
I mean,
button.
that just makes a lot more sense.
Bad button, Bobby. Hit the button. Yes. That's all the wonderful things that you can see this week on our local establishment. For me, you can find me at edfries12584 on Twitter. You can find me co-hosting, taking over every Tuesday with the wonderful, the natural Ash Pizarro, where you might get a rant every now and then. You can go ahead and also find me this every Wednesday night with my co-host Chris Perish as we go ahead and duke it out, as you've seen in WrestleDraft like we have tonight. Again, next week we'll be doing SummerSlam Live. It'll be a premium live event. We'll also have one of the shakeups. We'll be able to see who gets what shakeup for the first person who gets to go. All kinds of fun stuff. Also, this Sunday, as long as I can see the movie, we're going to be doing a Marvel Talk episode for Into the Spider-Verse, which is a Sony product, but it is a Marvel product done by Sony. So it is not an MCU property, but it will be an opportunity to go ahead and have some fun and do that. That is what I have going on. And Mr. Perish, what do you have going on?
Well, I mean, everybody is aware that every Sunday you can see myself and Bobby Munson on Busting Out at 12:15 Eastern Time. But just to show you guys who we have this week, I mean, I will just show you a little bit of, well, I can't actually because the video is actually not on here right now.
It's fine. We'll just do a quick little oopsie. And there we are. Now we're taking over.
What I could have just done, I uploaded. But, I mean, this is who we have.
And I can see you getting out and shaking your body. Welcome to the party where the knots hang. It's just the right thing.
Yeah. Our local establishment's own Lauren Goodnight will be joining the Bunch Busters of Bobby Munson and Chris Perish this Sunday morning to talk all things AEW and probably a bunch of other things, including, if her WrestleMania appearance was anything to do with it, fashion. Maybe she'll talk about Seth Rollins' crotchless look this week on Raw.
I mean, we can go there. I mean, we all know that there is no place we don't go, because if we don't go off the rails, we're not doing our job over at Bussing Out. So go check that out. And obviously, every Monday, you can check us out on the Monday Night Raw watch along. And you just never know what's going to appear. But make sure you check out everything that you saw in that video, everything that we've said about us individually this week, because, hey, card's subject to change, right? You just never know. You might get some more stuff, you might get some changes, but all we can tell you is you're going to have a great time, because we make sure that every piece of content we put out is the best possible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, just like you've enjoyed this week's episode of WrestleDraft.
Absolutely. I have a question for the raid. Would you like to be able to raid or the Wrestle Realm podcast? These are some wonderful people that I know that I watch pretty often on a Wednesday night.
I can. Do you want to just throw that in our private chat for right now?
I have it up. I have it all ready to go if you are all set.
Then yeah, just do it.
All right.
Then yeah, just
so
do
we're
it.
going to run the raid. So thank you everyone for joining us. Please go ahead and say hello to these wonderful men. They are fantastic people. I love watching them. So go ahead and give them a welcome. Tell them we sent you. It'll be a great time. They're talking all kinds of great things pro wrestling. Dwayne Allen, fantastic gentleman. So go ahead and you guys do that, and we'll see you guys next week.